Hey guys, back with single issue reviews. I'm a bit sick today, so this will be a quick one. Um, I will review The Vision, number 8, 4001 AD Bloodshot, One Shot by Valiant, Flash Rebirth, Wonder Woman Rebirth, Aquaman Rebirth, and Detective Comics is coming back with its original numbering. It's 934. Also Island number 8. Yeah, let's get this out of the way because I couldn't finish it. The first story is nice. It's by Michael LaForge, who's quite well known in the cartoonist, underground, art, comic scene. It was fun. It's a short story. I would say like an existential, philosophical one. Not shockingly good, but nice. And the second one, which is a wrap up of an older, of an older series in the anthology. I couldn't remember anything, and I don't get this. Why don't anthologies, but monthly comics in general, have like a page where you can catch up? You know, even like. There are some who are doing it, but especially in anthologies where you read like, I don't know, 10 pages now and another 10 pages 5 months later, which is very true for Island. This is not cool, and this is how you lose readers. So yeah, it's nice. I mean, Island, I will stay with Island, of course, but... Alright, Detective Comics. So, what's good about it? The artwork is super nice. Look at this. Wow, right? The coloring. Batman is cool. Yeah, here's Batwoman. And, you know, the Bat Kids and like Red Robin and such. This is basically what it's about. You know, Batman is daddy and Batwoman is mommy, and they have their little Bat Kids and they take care of Gotham together as a Bat family. I mean, in concept it read really nice. I think it's not that bad a concept to have like Batman having kind of a family. But you know, you need a better writer to pull this off. And you need a writer who can write dialogues. This guy can't. They're like super cliche and, you know, oh my god. No, I won't side from it. This is not fair. But like, give it a shot. The art is fantastic. I should mention the artist because it's so good. It's Eddie Barrows. Also, Adriano Lucas is doing a fantastic job on the coloring. I love the atmosphere. Really, I was so hooked on the artwork and I wanted it to be much better written. So yeah, I'm sorry, but this didn't work for me. Aquaman Rebirth. Wow, I was so surprised. I didn't expect this to be something good, and it was pretty good. It's written by Dan Abnett, drawn by 2 different artists. This is a big problem with the one-shots. They're not drawn by the artists who will stay on the series later on, and sometimes there are like, you know, 2 or 3 different artists because, I don't know, probably it was rushed in a way and they couldn't find enough artists to work on it. I don't get it. The good artist is Oscar Jimenez, who is fantastic, and the more average one here is Scott Eaton. I will show you like a little bit of the Jimenez art. Wow, nice entry. And this is a perfect setup issue. I think, of course, those are all like meant for the transitional phase from the New 52 to the Rebirth universe. It's not a reboot, but it kind of is. And those are not number 1s per se. Because in the number 1, the action starts and you know the story starts. It did in Batman in a way, but not in the other ones that I read up until now. And I think Aquaman did a super good job, or Dan Abnett did in fact, on Aquaman, on introducing the cast, what the character is about. This is what you're going to read if you're stick with the series, and I want to read more about this. It's basically an intercultural story with Aquaman being right in the middle. You know, he's born of a Atlantean royal mother and an average human father who was working at the lighthouse. So yeah, it's campy, it's kind of stupid, but nothing is stupid if you have a good writer dealing with it. So Dan Abnett takes it seriously. He even makes a joke, you know, like, yeah, it sounds like a stupid origin or like a stupid story to tell. My mother is the royal princess and my father was working at the lighthouse. And yeah, imagine you're the guy who has to deal with this kind of story and has to tell it to people. I mean, it's not easy. But you know what I like about it? He doesn't make it look stupid from the outside. It's like, we're insiders. We're with this character. We respect him because the writer does. And we care about him. And he managed to do this in one issue. And I'm very impressed by that. I mean, this is like a superhero I never cared about. He has a, what is it called? Trident, I think, as a weapon, and his suit is ridiculous, but who cares? This is not the important part about superhero comics. The important part is, does the writer get that you have to respect the character? And he did, and it's really well written. I will be back for more. Wonder Woman by Greg Rucka. So Greg Rucka returns to DC Comics to write Wonder Woman. This was like probably the biggest news out of the Rebirth announced series. That this is probably the most big, the biggest writer that they have signed on. You could argue that Tom King is, but Greg Rucka is still more known than Tom King. And yeah, this is again drawn by different artists. The last few pages are drawn by one of the two new artists, regular artists of Wonder Woman. And this looks super nice. It's Lime Sharp, I think he's British. And this looks really good. I have high hopes for the series. This number didn't quite deliver yet, but it's a nice setup. You know, this is also a very good. This sums up the issue pretty well. It's about identity. It's Diana's identity crisis in a way, that she's remembering different origins. And she doesn't know why. So you could read it like Diana is getting schizophrenic. I really like that the author gets into her psyche, and it's not about action, but it's about understanding the character. And the biggest problem of Wonder Woman and the character in general is that everyone who tackles her and writes her invents her anew. And so I think it's interesting that he explores those different identities of hers. And you can feel a little bit of Lazarus. He's created our own series in here, and yeah, it's good. You should check it out. Flash Rebirth. So there was some controversy that, you know, I didn't know Wally's second name. So it's Wally West. I know it now. Why? Because yeah, I read some of Flash's old stories, Golden Age Flash, and it was fun. I mean, Not that I care now, but I get that people are sentimental and you know, want their version be respected, and I totally respect it. I just don't like it, and I didn't like this one either. It's written by Joshua Williamson and drawn by a newcomer, Carmine Di Giacomenico, maybe an Italian guy. It's a nice penciling style. It's quite unique. It's dynamic. It's light. It's, you know, it's moving. So this is good. But this, you know, built on what Geoff Jones was writing for Rebirth 1, which I didn't like already. So and it's more of this, you know, romance of two flashes and healing the wounds of DC, long-time DC comic fans and Legacy fans. And yeah, this is for you, Legacy fans. At least the first issue. Maybe I will stick for another one, but this one didn't do it for me. This was, I don't know what it was. It's written by Jeff Lemire, drawn by, I don't think I can say this one, Doug Braithwaite. I read it in, I don't know, 3 or 4 minutes, and I think it took even less for Jeff Lemire to write it. It's probably the weakest Valiant issue I've read in a while. You know, I was complimenting them on being on a roll right now, and they are, but this is not something that I would recommend. I would just put it away. Let's say it never existed. But it's maybe unfair because I read it right after I read The Vision number 8, and The Vision number 8 is like every Vision, like every new issue, absolutely fantastic. I've run out of words of praise for this comic. I just say this is the best superhero book of, I don't know, the past 10 years or so. Because it's no superhero book, it's also the best Vertigo book Vertigo didn't release. It's just a fucking good book about artificial intelligence. And if you haven't read it, you have to buy the trade paperback. If not, I'm just sorry for you, because you will miss on one of the most intelligent storytelling that is out there in mainstream comics right now. Okay, that's it, guys, for this week. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for subscribing and for commenting. I really enjoy interacting with you guys. And yeah, I hope you'll be back next week for more comic reviews. Bye bye.